You were not forgotten. You were hidden. You were not denied. You were preserved. The moment you are reading this is no accident. Something ancient and divine has synchronized the rhythm of your heartbeat with the echo of heaven's horn. The time has come, and the veil between the unseen and the revealed is thinner than it has ever been. Somewhere between your yesterday and your next breath, the heavens held a secret conference about your life. And now, after years of delay, silence, and shadows, the celestial court has issued its final verdict. The miracle is no longer pending. It is being released. Archangel Michael has been assigned to you, not for a casual visitation, but for a divine deployment. He is not whispering this time. He is declaring, "Prepare yourself. The order has gone out. What was once locked has been commanded to open. Not tomorrow, not one day, but now." You may feel something stirring already. A pressure in your chest, a sudden heat in your hands, a strange knowing that something is shifting in your favor, though you cannot see it yet. That is not anxiety. That is activation. A miracle, once caught in the clenched fists of spiritual opposition, has just been loosed. The gate that refused to budge for years has finally cracked. And the sound of it breaking is not loud to the ears. It's loud to the soul. You were not supposed to know until later. But heaven has broken protocol. The delay was not punishment. It was orchestration. And today, the seal has been lifted. Archangel Michael says, "You must receive this word before nightfall." There is a sacred hour approaching. One window, one gate. And when it opens, those who are ready will be caught in the current of divine release. Heaven doesn't waste motion. And the fact that you're seeing this now means your spirit was chosen to receive a first wave of divine fulfillment. But there is urgency. This is not a routine message. This is a call to alignment, to readiness, to participation in something eternal. An angel, unnamed but fully empowered, has been stationed at your threshold. This celestial being is not passive. It is not ornamental. It is armed. Its mission to guard your name, to cancel sabotage, to silence the whispers sent to delay your release. Even now, someone who once stood in the way of your progress is being spiritually relocated, not because of revenge, but because of divine justice. They do not even know why they feel unease in their bones. But the spiritual permission to block you has been revoked. Their voice is being muted in decisions about your life. This is not petty. This is prophecy. Look around you carefully, not with your eyes, but with your discernment. People will begin behaving oddly. Some will suddenly go quiet when you enter the room. Others will begin to speak blessings over you without knowing why. This is not coincidence. It's recognition. The souls of those around you are beginning to detect what the Spirit has already released. The miracle has a fragrance, a signal, a sound, and your presence is now saturated with it. Expect favor to come from strangers. Expect provision through hands you've never shaken. Expect names to be spoken in rooms you have not yet entered. Your name, your miracle will not arrive with soft music and poetic whispers. It will arrive with sudden signs. First, a message, a confirmation of something long delayed, a yes where there was once a not yet. Then, a meeting, an encounter with someone who has unknowingly been prepared to unlock something for you. Finally, a movement, a divine rearrangement that pushes you out of stagnation into acceleration. You're not being pulled back. You're being launched. What you prayed for may come in a package you do not recognize. Be careful not to reject the miracle simply because it doesn't look like what you imagined. Heaven's delivery methods are not always neat, but they're always precise. Be alert, be still, and above all, be obedient to the small promptings in your spirit. Something has already started moving in the background. A document, a conversation, a journey, a house, a decision. And all of it has your name etched into it by divine ink. Tonight holds weight. You must receive this revelation before the stars finish their turn. There's a gate that opens at night, and what steps through that gate will not be delayed, denied, or diminished. If this word enters your soul before midnight, the miracle will land without friction. And someone who has never met you will be stirred by dream, by memory, by divine pull, to speak, to sign, or to search for you. You will not recognize their face, but they already know your name. Heaven does not forget. It simply waits for the right moment to respond. There is a sound that precedes a miracle, not always audible to the ears, but unmistakable to the soul. It's the shifting of divine timelines. It's the cracking of invisible barriers. It's the flutter of angelic wings carrying answers toward those who waited in silence. And right now, that sound is all around you. The air feels heavier, doesn't it? Not with sorrow, but with expectancy. Your miracle is not on the way. It has already started traveling. It's in motion, authorized, unstoppable, and the instructions written on it bear your name, your season, and a spiritual timestamp that cannot be erased. This is not just a miracle of increase. It is a miracle of justice. There were moments when you were overlooked, humiliated, dismissed. There were rooms where your name was slandered, your loyalty questioned, your worth diminished. And yet, you stayed silent. Not because you were weak, but because heaven told you, not yet. Now, that silence is echoing in the courts of glory, and the response has come. The spiritual balance is shifting, and those who once tried to bind you will witness you elevated beyond their imagination. This is not about vengeance. It's about divine recompense. Watch carefully, because the realm of the Spirit is making itself known through earthly signs. You are about to notice things that seem out of rhythm but are fully aligned. A financial flow unlocking through a forgotten account. Someone bringing up your name in a room you've never entered. Your sleep interrupted, not by worry, but by a pulse of spiritual energy. These are not random. They are frequency confirmations. Heaven is tuning you like an instrument. Every note, every vibration, every shift in your environment is evidence that you're being positioned for something sacred. You're not who you were last week. Your energy, your presence, your spiritual DNA has been recalibrated. That's why the people around you may start behaving differently. Some will avoid you. Some will suddenly over-apologize. Some will grow distant without cause. They're not reacting to your personality. They're reacting to your divine elevation. The spirit world recognizes shifts before the natural world catches up. This is the vibration of the fulfilled. This is the aroma of breakthrough. This is the invisible signature of someone God has touched. Somewhere, a decision is being made. A room is gathering. A file is being reviewed. A contract is being pulled from a pile of forgotten ones. And suddenly, someone you've never met speaks. What about this name? That name is yours. They won't know why they said it, but their spirit does. It was whispered to them from heaven. They dreamed of your voice. They saw your face. And now, they cannot move forward until they reach you. This is not networking. This is divine orchestration. Someone who laughed at your pain will go quiet, not because they're finished mocking, but because they have just witnessed your rise. They won't understand how the doors opened, how the light broke through, how the favor returned, but they will feel the weight of what they tried to stop. Do not seek to explain yourself. Let them whisper. Let them watch. Let them wonder. You are being exposed, not in shame, but in glory. In the same mouths that dismissed, you will soon be forced to explain how they missed the miracle that had been in front of them all along. Do you feel it, the ticking in your spirit? The urgency in your atmosphere? This is the clock of heaven, counting down to the unveiling. Something monumental is about to find you. A property, a signature, a promotion, a healing, a restoration. It is already set in motion. An Archangel Michael has been placed to ensure that nothing interferes with its landing. The resistance that once blocked your prayers, removed. The soul ties that drained your strength, severed. The spiritual gatekeepers who kept you outside the promise, silenced. Your waiting was not a waste. Every tear, every sigh, every unanswered prayer was stored. Every seed of kindness planted in silence, every act of faith in the unseen was recorded. And now, the time of reward has come. You passed the hidden tests, the private trials, the lonely nights no one saw, and heaven has decided that your rewards will no longer remain hidden either. This is your hour. There will be 3 knocks, physical or spiritual. And when they come, something sacred has landed. Don't dismiss the strange dreams, the flickers in the corner of your vision, the chills that come when you speak certain words. This is the activity of angels, moving, guarding, aligning. And as midnight draws near, so does your appointment. This isn't a message anymore. This is a summons. The gates of manifestation are open. Will you step through them? Every storm you endured was recorded. Every delay was weighed. And now, the time for reversal has come. There's a trembling beneath the surface. You can feel it. Not fear, not tension. It is a divine vibration, rippling outward from the invisible realm into your waking life. And you're the epicenter. You're no longer waiting for the miracle. The miracle is now racing to overtake you. It does not knock gently. It arrives like a surge, shifting the air, disarming the enemy, reordering the terrain of your life. What once blocked you is falling apart, not piece by piece, but in one great collapse. Heaven is doing something rare. It is declassifying what was once sealed. Things you were not meant to know until later have now been unveiled because your timeline has accelerated. You have been moved to the front of a line others didn't even know you were in. Archangel Michael speaks again, not from above this time, but from beside you. I have cleared the way. Not even darkness can block what has now been decreed. You are walking into what was written before you were born. The divine file with your name has been opened. What was locked, paused, or pending review has been stamped with one word. There is someone who is about to become instrumental in your next chapter. You've never met them. They don't know your story, but they have already heard your name in a dream, in a prayer, in a divine whisper they can't explain. They are looking for you. They are not a savior, but they are a key, a door opener, an unlocker. And when you meet them, something ancient inside you will recognize. This is the one heaven prepared. They may come as a friend, a mentor, a messenger, a caller, a contractor, a stranger, but their arrival is not random. Even now, documents are shifting, systems are updating, people in high places are pausing because your name just entered their atmosphere. And they don't know why yet. They will feel compelled to sign, to approve, to connect. And when asked why, they'll simply say, it felt right, because the Holy Spirit has marked you for favor. Don't underestimate the silence around you right now. That silence is the breath before the trumpet, the hush before the blast of divine fulfillment. Not everyone can follow you where you're going. Some people will suddenly detach from your life. Don't chase them. They were part of your waiting season, not your release. Their absence is not loss. It's alignment. You prayed for destiny, and destiny will not allow weights to walk with you into elevation. Archangel Michael is rearranging not just your outcome, but your associations. He's not being cruel. He's being accurate. You must be surrounded by those who will protect the miracle, not poison it. The night signs as you enter this prophetic night. 3 signs will follow you. The heat in your hands will increase. Don't panic. Is the spiritual voltage preparing you to handle what is holy? Unfamiliar favor will find you. Someone will offer you something with no strings, and you will feel torn. Receive it. A sudden restlessness will awaken you at night. Not insomnia. This is spiritual preparation. You are being made ready for what eyes haven't seen. This blessing is not small. It is financial. Doors that were rusted shut are now unlocking. It is relational. Connections that were once lost will be reawakened. It is directional. A place you thought was not for you will suddenly call your name. It is public. What was formed in the shadows will be displayed in the light. You will not need to explain it. The blessing will speak for itself. A document will arrive soon. It might be digital. It might be handwritten, but you'll know it when you see it because your spirit will leap before your mind can process it. It will bear the signature of someone in authority and the fingerprints of God. Heaven is writing your next chapter, and man has no power to cancel it. Someone who once denied you will watch you rise. Someone who once dismissed you will be forced to acknowledge the glory resting on your life. This is not arrogance. This is prophecy fulfilled. When your miracle lands, it will echo. It won't just bless you. It will affect the guilty. The people who wronged you, they'll feel it, not in punishment, but in conviction. They may not say a word, but you'll feel the silence, the distance, the discomfort. Don't chase closure. Let God speak through the outcome. You have outgrown your former self. You are not who the enemy prepared to fight. That version of you expired in the fire. Now, you walk with spiritual authority. You carry a vibration that is recognized in both realms. When you walk into rooms now, the energy shifts. When you speak, angels take notes. When you pray, realms respond. You don't need to try harder. You need only to stay aligned. There will come a knock, not a literal one perhaps, but a symbolic one. When it arrives, do not hesitate. Open the door. Respond to the message. Say yes to the meeting. Pick up the call, because this is the one heaven orchestrated, the one that breaks the cycle, the one that turns the chapter. What heaven releases cannot be reversed, and what is written in the spirit shall now be lived in the natural. There are certain moments that do not repeat. There are specific windows in the spirit that open not for comfort, but for destiny. And beloved, you are now standing at one of those gates. It does not lead you back to what once was. It leads you forward into the land of fulfillment. There is no going back after this. What was familiar is no longer safe. What was comfortable is no longer aligned. What once fit now chafes against your spirit. Archangel Michael speaks once more, his voice not shaking the earth, but commanding the atmosphere within you. This is the final interruption before acceleration begins. This word was sent to adjust your posture, so you do not miss what is already arriving. This is not about preparation anymore. This is about position. You must rise now, not physically, but spiritually. Rise in faith, in boldness, in expectancy, because the door is not just opened, it is pulling you through. There have been walls in your life, unseen, unnamed, and unbreakable. Not built by hands, but by fear, by doubt, by generational resistance. Walls that said, you don't belong here. You're too late. This isn't for someone like you. But the finger of God has touched the foundations of those walls, and they are collapsing now. You will feel it in conversations, in unexpected invitations, in quiet moments where old lies no longer grip your heart. The illusion has been broken. The limitation has lost its hold. You're no longer on the outside. You are being ushered into what was always yours. Your miracle is not subtle. It will not arrive in secret. It will mark you. You will walk into rooms and be received with honor you didn't ask for. You will speak with clarity you didn't study for. You will handle opportunities your resume cannot explain. This is not skill. This is the anointing of divine favor, and it cannot be replicated. It cannot be manufactured. It is bestowed. What man could not give you, heaven has already assigned. Listen closely. Something taken from you is coming back. It may not look exactly the same. A lost relationship may return in the form of divine companionship. A missed opportunity may come back as a better one. A closed door may now swing open, but to an entirely new room. This is redemption, not just recovery, but restoration with interest. Your pain is being translated into power, your tears into treasure, your waiting into witness. The triple confirmation, 3 confirmations are coming. They may come within hours or within days, but when they do, you will know. A stranger will say something oddly specific to your situation. You will dream of light, pure, strong, and overwhelming. You will see repeating numbers 111, 444, 707, etc., tied to unexpected moments. Do not dismiss these. They are not superstition. They are spiritual frequency markers designed to alert you that heaven is near. Even now, angels surround you. They move silently but powerfully. Their mission is not just protection, but implementation. They're preparing signatures to be signed. They're moving emails into the right inboxes. They're causing the right person to remember your name at the exact right time. You are not walking alone. You are walking with backed authority. You've cried in secret. Now you will be blessed in public. There were those who mocked you, who laughed while you suffered, who spoke curses while you were only offering prayers. They thought they won. They thought you had failed. But what they didn't know, what they could never understand, was that your silence wasn't surrender. It was sacrifice. And now the harvest is here. Their shame will not be your satisfaction. It will be your confirmation that you were always favored, that heaven was always watching, that justice, though delayed, has now descended like a sword. There's a job, a relationship, a routine, a system, something in your current life that is too small for who you are now. You feel the walls closing in, not because something is wrong, but because something is too right. Your spirit has outgrown the place. You were never meant to remain there. Do not fear the unfamiliar. The discomfort is a signal. The tightness is an alarm. You are being pushed, not by pressure, but by prophecy. Your miracle will come in 3 stages. Revelation. You will receive a word that makes everything suddenly make sense. Reconnection. A divine contact will re-enter or discover your life, holding something you need. Releasing. The spiritual dam will break, and favor will rush like a river through your name. You won't need to beg. You won't need to chase. You will need only to receive. The heavenly clock is still ticking. This is not panic. This is positioning. There is a divine appointment, SC.